Ghana, some 300 new cases of child cancers are reported annually. The number is lower than what the pediatric oncology unit of Korle Bu Teaching Hospital anticipates. In the following report, Miriam Osei-Agyemang takes a look at the state of healthcare for children living with cancer in Ghana.
When a child has persistent signs, it's important for a child to be evaluated for cancer. If you have a child who presents with a white pupil, so the dark part of the eye appears to be whitish, most of the time people look at it and they say it's a cataract. For a child, it is an eye cancer until proven otherwise.
Nicole was a bubbly, down-to-earth and full of life with hopes, dreams and aspirations of becoming a doctor in the future. Then in a sharp turn of events, her life changed dramatically when she was diagnosed with cancer, a disease she described as a monster. What is the state of healthcare for children battling cancer in Ghana, and is there hope of survival? I'm Miriam Osei-Agyemang. Indulge me as I seek answers for mind-boggling questions about childhood cancers in Ghana. The International Society of Pediatric Oncology estimates that over 100,000 children in sub-Saharan Africa develop cancer every year. Out of this number, 90% of these children die. In Ghana, some 300 new cases of child cancers are reported annually. The number is lower than what the Pediatric Oncology Unit of the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital anticipates. The deficit is attributable to misdiagnosis, late reporting to the unit, resulting in death, and lack of awareness on child cancer in Ghana. Gloria Puaman knows what cancer looks like. Her daughter, Nicole, at the age of 11, was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, cancer of the bone. That defining moment changed her family forever. Sadly, Nicole lost her battle to cancer on 10th March 2018 at just age 14.
The oxygen, she said she didn't want to be on it anymore. No. So we took the oxygen, so I'll just wrap her in my arms and we'll sit down, times we'll sing and all that. In the night, she just woke up and then she said she needed me around. I was there, but then she still wanted me closer. In her own way, she was like, she was as if she was losing the battle. She said, "Mommy, I feel like I can't fight anymore." So I said, "Oh, there's strength in God, and you know that, so let's derive the strength from God." But then she would be there and she would just jilt up. So I was scared. So she said she wanted to sleep, so I put her on the bed and she still held on to my hand, but I think she said okay, she was sleeping, and she said, "Mommy, I couldn't hear," and that was how she slept off. So I said, "Oh, she was sleeping," and I just tapped her like the way your baby sleeping, you tap and go. So I went out, not knowing that was it.
The cost of cancer treatment in Ghana has proven to be a Herculean task for most parents who cannot afford it. For example, at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, it costs between 400 Ghana cedis and 700 Ghana cedis to get the initial scan done before treatment can commence.
Childhood cancers tend to be more curable than adult cancers. And worldwide, over 80% of cancers that present in children less than 15 years old are highly curable diseases. So currently we have children up to the age of 18 presenting to us. Earlier on, per our institution guidelines, we were admitting children who were 13 years and below. But last year, the hospital opened up for child health to receive children up to the age of 18. So we have all age groups under 18 years, from the newborn period all the way to that age.
With the right treatment, up to 80% of children survive pediatric cancer. Treatment usually includes a combination of procedures consisting of surgery and excruciating rounds of chemotherapy. Unfortunately, majority of parents are unable to afford the cost of treatment. The National Health Insurance Scheme does not cater for childhood cancer cases. At the moment, only breast and cervical cancers are covered by the NHIS. The authority says many calls have been made to include the treatment of childhood cancers on the scheme. However, this decision is not the sole prerogative of the authority.
Per law, the new act at 852, it is the minister who should determine the benefit package. But the minister takes advice from the technical team within the ministry and all other health agencies. When a condition needs to come on, we need to find out what is it about, what is the prevalence rate. If you put it there, how can it impact society generally? The impact that the condition will make on society comes first before even the cost consideration.
When it comes to the cancer, it's not that they are not important, but will they benefit a lot of the people and the cost too? So when there are clamors for additions, how do we assess if there are agitation to add on, if you want to add childhood cancers? And we are all advocates because, like I said, it is the clamor has been said that now we cannot sit back. It has to be considered.
The sector minister says Ghana is making remarkable strides in cancer management. He adds that a cancer database is currently being compiled to enable better analysis and planning.
Now we are seeing the incidence of non-communicable diseases becoming number one killer of our country, even more than malaria, and what the disease is climbing even above upper respiratory infections. And therefore there's a need for us to look at it and say that if you are talking about universal health coverage, then very vulnerable people, children and women especially, and elderly people can have access to medications and treatment for these cancers that are becoming the norm of the day. So we are now working in accordance with the President's Manifesto Pledge to try to see if we can actually expand the benefit coverage to add on more, especially cancers in children.
The Korle Bu Teaching Hospital is one of the 2 pediatric oncology units in Ghana. The 26-bed capacity daycare unit is currently overstretched as the number of child cancer cases are gradually rising. This development is putting strain on infrastructure and medical personnel at the daycare unit.
We have only 2 cancer treatment centers in the country as we speak. That is Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital and then Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. There are other smaller centers who are trying, like Holy Family Hospital in Techiman. In Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, we have pediatric oncologists. Do we have a ward? Yes, we have a ward. We have a 26-bed capacity ward. Is it enough? No. We have children who come in and they have to be on other wards waiting to come up to our ward to be able to get proper workup for diagnosis. We have diagnostics, but the turnaround time is a challenge. You will have to wait for many days to be able to get a report that this is a cancer. We are solely dependent on philanthropic organizations to be able to do that. If you are dependent on something that is not sustainable, you have your good season and you have your bad season.
The inability to afford treatment and a general lack of a healthcare infrastructure that can either fully or partially support the complex and multidisciplinary care pediatric cancer requires put patients in a very vulnerable state. 8-year-old Adam Tepe Bright was admitted at the pediatric oncology unit of the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital over a year ago. His mother tells us she cannot afford the cost of treatment. She relies on the benevolence of the daycare and other philanthropists. She said she has been compelled to wash the dirty laundry of other patients at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital in order to raise money to cater for her son and to support his treatments.
I started from him. Na ko hospital hohoe No mo say when your accident paint yembra kolebu. Sada no misuye sa eska semtino.
It started from his nostrils. We were referred to Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. There, he was diagnosed with cancer of the eye. It breaks my heart to see my son like this, and it makes me cry.
Na mo ye lab no neme nyina na mo ka say cancer. Ma jimu ye mi basa. Mi no sana misu.
In some cases, patients abandon the clinical treatment and explore herbal treatment, which is relatively cheaper. But can traditional medicine alone treat pediatric cancer, or a balance of traditional and orthodox treatment is what is required for effective results? William Nanapra is a Greater Accra Regional Public Relations Officer of the Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers and also runs Herbal Science Clinic, a herbal-based treatment center in Accra.
Plants need to treat all type of cancer, but plants biya wo ne juma eye role I play say enye we juma dia wuntumi hu say e bia plant we betumi cure this type of cancer.
Plants are capable of treating all kinds of cancers, but each plant has a specific healing property.
Say enye we juma dia ye kan unjindi unless say from the beginning of the treatment with the diagnosis report no na you treating my own as we say no real.
The Sweden Ghana Medical Center offers premium private cancer treatment. The state-of-art center is helping to fight cancer in Ghana through chemotherapy and radiotherapy. But this comes at a cost relatively higher.
Because it's a private setup, we tend to see more of middle to high income patients coming to us. But we also have an agreement with the teachers' unions. So NAGRAT and NAT, they are not high income, but they're able to come here for free because they contribute towards a cancer fund. From beginning, you are made to understand that this is what the cost is going to be, and payment can be structured. So already, because the price is high, the person already knows whether he's going to continue with you or go to Korle Bu where the prices are lower.
Battling the monster disease requires strong political will and investment. There seems to be a beaming hope for child cancer patients in Ghana.
With this WHO initiative, Ghana has been selected as one of the first 6 pilot countries to benefit from that initiative. And that means that there is global attention on this country. And because childhood cancer has become a big deal for WHO, our health indices being marked would also be looking at childhood cancer, the awareness in the country, the outcomes in terms of those who can be cured, those who are not going to be cured, their access to palliative care. And for the sub-region, Ghana is supposed to be training doctors and nurses to be able to take care of children with cancer.
Every child deserves a chance at life, and all efforts are required to make it possible.